is no restart.
Big move in Bitcoin then, in contrast to all the notes I wrote pre-show, which were telling me that this was going to put Bitcoin under pressure.
The narrative that perhaps this launch of these political meme coins will sap flows from Bitcoin is showing us that it's really not the case this morning. If anything, it's just accelerated the momentum and the excitement around cryptocurrency under another Trump administration.
Hi, 𝗬𝗍𝘆𝗽. What is all this FOMO about? Should I buy Bitcoin now?
Are you smoking your socks? You should rather watch my show. You should rather watch my show.
Right, legends, welcome to another live stream. Just fixing up some technical stuff over here. Welcome to another live stream. Bitcoin taking a dump here to the downside. Ooh. Also tapping a very interesting level. I already gave the Legends Pro community an update this morning, and I thought, let me go live here with the community. I can just imagine with a dump here to the downside, people are stressing. What is going on? Are we going to $72,000, $77,000? I do see some people talking about those levels. And right, legends, if I go here onto the 4-hour time frame, okay, let's just take stock of where we are, right? If I go here onto the 4-hour time frame, when we reach the highs, okay, people turn extremely bullish. Bull market is back, okay? No one wants to short the highs because they believe that we are going higher. No one wants to buy the lows because they believe we are going down, right? And when you are inside of a range, usually the best place to be looking for shorts are at the highs, and the best place to be looking for longs are at the lows. Yesterday, during my update, we can go through what I spoke about yesterday during my live stream as well. But first, okay, we are currently here at the 0.382. Do you guys remember this level that I have been speaking about for so long during so many of my live streams? 0.382 has now finally been tapped. And this morning when I did my update to the Legends Pro community, I said I was a bit concerned about this bounce over here, okay? That little candle over there did not tap the 0.382. And although it could be considered a successful SFP from the low because we got momentum here to the upside, I told the legends, I'm concerned that the 0.382 has not been tapped. And now we are tapping it, right? We got the momentum here to the downside. And this is that, whoops, what did I do? Let me just undo this. I'm deleting all the wrong stuff over here. Okay, there we go. Right, and I told the legends what I would be looking for right now is that if we get acceptance back above the 0.382, if price gets acceptance back above, that's where I will be looking for along with my stop below the low. It's as simple as that, legends, because here we trade with good risk management and we look for signs of strength. As long as price is below my area of interest, I am not interested in this trade. Okay. And this is also what happened yesterday. I spoke about the potential bounce from this low. And I made it very clear, legends, that I'm expecting a bounce over here, or I would like to see a bounce over here. And only if I see this will I attempt a long. And it just fell through, right? And I said, as long as we are below my area of interest, I'm not interested in a long. Then we tapped this low over here and we did get the bounce. And I would have most probably, if I was in front of my PC and not sleeping or in bed by that time, because this happened around about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning in my time, Let me go here onto the 1 hour time frame, because I mean, legends, this is where I like to educate, right? SFP from this low, okay, we also spoke about this yesterday. If I was in front of my PC, I would have most probably attempted this long, okay? I would have entered over here, okay, with my stop below the low. And as soon as you move into profits, I know myself and I know exactly how I would have traded it. I would have protected my position and I would have gotten stopped out at break even. That is how I would have traded this scenario over here. And then, you know, the rest is history. We just kept on falling here to the downside. And as long as price is below my area of interest, I'm not interested in a long. And that is how you successfully catch the bottoms, right? Cool, legends, let me know how everyone is feeling. Are you feeling bullish? Are you feeling bearish? Are you buying up the dip? Do you believe that we are going to go down lower? What is the sentiment there at the moment? Okay, maybe I should start a poll. Let me do a quick poll here at the moment. Poll. I just want to see what is the sentiment out there at the moment. Okay. How are you feeling? Right, and then I will say bullish, bearish. You believe we're going down lower? Do you believe that this is potentially the low that we should be looking for long entries? Let me know how everyone is feeling over there. Right. What you think? 86,500. We will go through the levels in a moment. Right, legends. Let me say hi to the beautiful community. Going down, overall bullish still. Yes. Okay. So you, Peter, you think we're still going to drop down a little bit further before we find support? Dewald, what do you think? You think we are going lower? We will analyze that price action in a moment. Bear market to hit us, right? I like to see the fear. I really like to see the fear, because I was looking at the fear and greed index this morning, and this is what I love to see. Welcome back. Extreme fear. Oh, all the cameras over here. Extreme fear. Welcome back to the party. We've missed you. Okay. And usually when you get extreme fear inside of a bull market, it's usually a great time to start accumulating, specifically from a fear and greed index perspective, right? I've also made a video, a tutorial video inside of my YouTube channel. You can go and find it, where I said you could even successfully trade the fear and greed index. Right, so quite interesting that we are at number 25. Yesterday we were quite neutral. As you can see, yesterday we were 49 and we fell down to 25 today with this little momentum that we're getting here to the downside. So absolutely insane how quickly people can turn fearful when they see these momentum weeks here to the downside. So legends, at the moment, I am not interested in a long. Okay, as long as price is below my area of interest, I'm not interested. If price finds the strength to move back up, then I'm interested in a long, because then I know where to put my stop loss. It's as simple as that. We trade level to level, and I can attempt the weeks or the momentum here to the downside with good risk management. Okay, cool, legends. Now the question is, how far can we go? One thing I quickly want to point out here on the 4-hour time frame, because this is a scenario that we have spoken about many times during the live stream. When I take a fib from this low to the high, we have now officially tapped a minimum fib required, a fib level for the first time. Absolutely amazing. And that's what I was waiting for, right? We have now claimed all of the liquidity here below this low. And if price shows me a little bit of strength and it starts trading back above the 0.382, that's where I will be very interested in a long. Okay, and this could potentially be an epic long back to the upside, because when you are at the bottom of the range, you go back to the top of the range. So this could be quite a significant trade here to the upside to start taking profits here back by the highs. But it could also be the trade that takes us back into bull market territory, We don't know, but as a day trader, I take profits on the way up. It's just how I trade, right? Because you never know if it's going to roll over and stop you out, and then you were in massive profits, starts hitting resistance, and it struggles to break through. Right, legends. So, I mean, there's a lot of fear at the moment in the market, but let's just keep level-headed over here. We are now tapping the 0.382, and I also have this trend where I've connected this low with this low. So maybe it starts slowing down. It starts getting that choppiness. It taps the trend and it gets momentum back to the upside. So very interested in this zone for a potential long. Also interesting to note, when I measure this wave, okay, when I measure this wave to see where this wave can go from a trend-based FIB perspective, okay, let me see if I still have it here. This is where it gets interesting, okay? So let me zoom in so everyone can see. And I just need to drag this across ever so slightly so you guys can see the levels properly. Okay, so when I measure this wave to see where this wave could potentially end, we have found a little bit of support here by the 1.236, which is ironically in perfect alignment with the 0.382 over here. Okay, so if I see a sign of strength, this is definitely a longing opportunity that I will take with good risk management. A little bit further down, we have the 1.618, and we all know how powerful the 1.618 level is. What is also very interesting about this level is if I take a little line and I snap it on with a magnet onto this range low right over there. The 1.618 also has confluence with the range low. Okay, and I want to call this, I want to name it so we know exactly what level that is. Range low. Okay. The range low strategy is a very powerful strategy and has a clear set of rules. Okay. And believe it or not, it's actually a trading strategy. And I've traded it many times successfully. When you have an impulse to the upside, that first low that you make when you start the consolidation area, that very first low is referred to as the range low. And if price continues here to the downside, okay, and it just continues here to the downside, what you would like to see is a tap. It needs to tap it and go. And the rules are simple. It's only allowed to tap this level once. Ideally, only allowed to tap it once. The wick can go down a little bit further, but as long as it gets acceptance back above and it only tapped it once, that's beautiful. When it comes back for retest, ideally you do not want to see price tap that level again. And then price needs to move away. It has to move away. Okay. If price, this is the rules. If price taps this level multiple times and it struggles at this level, it's just chopping through the level, it's struggling at the level, you increase the probabilities of filling the inefficiency because price is failing to move away. And when it dances around the last line in the sand, this is basically the last area of support that we have for this range. It's the last support. That is empty space over there. So this is the zone that needs to hold, which is in confluence with the 1.618. Okay. And this is the zone of support that I'm looking at the moment, legends. This is the zone of support. This is the zone that has to hold for the bulls to still continue the bull market here to the upside. That is the zone that needs to hold. Okay, I just want to make sure that I am on the right scale over here. Yes. You can, okay, from an Elliott wave perspective, right? So let's just quickly play this out. If you have formed a 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, okay, the fourth wave is allowed to go to the 50% Fibonacci from a maximum target perspective. But the concerning thing about 4 over here, and then you go and create another fifth wave to the upside, is that this 50% Fibonacci is in the low volume zone. So ideally, I want price to find support over here. not over here, because it's not going to look good for the bulls. Yes, although it is the maximum target and also a common target for a fourth wave, from a price action perspective, it's in a very dangerous zone. Okay, so legends, from a simplicity perspective, this is the zone where I want Bitcoin to find support. This is the zone where I will be looking for longs depending on the price action and the sign of strength that I see. Okay, we have the range low, we have the 0.382, we have the 1.618. This is the zone that we need to pay attention to. This is where most of retail, 95% of retail traders are too scared to enter into this zone because most of them believe we are going down. Okay, like they did over here, like they did over here, and like they did over here. Now they are too fearful to buy the lows and they get too bullish when we hit the highs. And this is where the smart traders step in and we said, well, we're going to look for a long in this zone with good risk management. And if you get stopped out, hopefully you get stopped out at break even, because I love to protect my positions. Okay. Especially as soon as I see a sign of strength. Okay, cool, legends. And that is basically what I see here on the price of Bitcoin. So I hope that has calmed your fears and perhaps shifted your mindset ever so slightly to potentially see opportunity with this dump here to the downside and not be as fearful. Let me go through some more comments, and then there's something else I want to point out as well. So let me clean up the chart. To clean up the kitchen. Let's clean up the kitchen over here. Okay, let's put on some background music. Forgot about that. There we go, there we go. Right, some nice little background music, and let's go through some comments. Whew, right, it couldn't be. Peter, 86, you think we're going to 86? 86, yes, definitely a possibility, okay, because that 86 also aligns with the 1.618, okay? Well, it's 84. It's between 88 and 84, right? One of these two levels, okay? Guys, you don't have to tap a Fibonacci level perfectly. It doesn't have to do that and then just, all right, that and then just get the bounce. It doesn't have to be a perfect bounce, right? Sometimes it gets choppy. It gets choppy, but it gets the acceptance back above. You have those wicks to the downside, but it finds strength. Like now, at the moment, I think it looks like it wants to find strength back to the upside. It's currently trading above the level? Yes, this is legends. This is a sign of strength. Okay? This is typically where I would enter with good risk management with my stop below the low. As soon as price moves in my favor, I protect my position. Because if price turns against me, I get stopped out with no loss. If price moves in my direction, I make significant profits. That's how you need to learn to trade the markets successfully. Okay, at the moment, I see strength because price is now trading back above my area of interest. Woohoo, what a hair puller. How do you count Elliott wave in parabolic moves? Is it possible? Yes, it's absolutely possible. It's usually C waves and third waves. Your C waves and your third waves in Elliott wave theory are your most aggressive, most impulsive waves. I can tell you guys now, this little bad boy here to the downside, 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍, this little bad boy here to the downside, this is a C wave. Or that is a C wave. This looks like an A, B, C here to the downside. This is a C wave. Third waves, okay? You want to see what a third wave looks like? This is a third wave. Okay, look at this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a third wave. Very parabolic, extremely aggressive, and you want to be inside of this wave before it breaks out. So you want to look for long entries over here, anticipating that momentum here to the upside, because it's very difficult once the third wave kicks off and it starts accelerating. It's very difficult to get in. Okay, there was a lot of breakout strategies that we played over here as well. A lot of breakout strategies. Okay, so yes, absolutely. From an Elliott wave perspective, you can analyze anything. Absolutely anything. Right. Cool, legends. Now what I want to do is here on the smaller time frame, okay, it does look like a sign of strength kicking in here at the moment. I want to quickly have a look at CVD. Right, CVD is not showing any weakness at the moment. Actually, it's very neutral. Just want to refresh this, look at CVD at the moment. I'm always looking for signs of weakness, especially when you claim my area of interest and you start trading back above my level. I look for signs of weakness, and I don't see any weakness just as yet. So potentially price can continue here to the upside to come and claim the highs, maybe even go higher. Right, what I want to do now is just zoom into this little price action that we formed since last night. Okay, and for those of you that were in class and for those of you that paid attention, there's a couple of interesting things that I spoke about yesterday that actually played out to perfection. Right, and not because I'm brilliant and I want to show off or anything. It's just technical analysis at the end of the day, and anyone can learn technical analysis. But it's not technical analysis that makes you a successful trader. Just remember that. It is risk management and psychology, your mindset, that makes you successful. Because technical analysis can be learned, it can be taught. But mindset is up to you. You have to master your own mind. You have to master that tuck between fear and greed. Okay, because if you're going to enter every trade with your entire portfolio at 20, 50x leverage, okay, it doesn't matter how good your technical analysis is, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle as a trader. Right, cool, legends. Now, something that I want to see over here, so I can take this flip now out the way. And right, also remember, legends, down in the description, okay, on this important update, down in the description, I've got Weeks and I've got Bluffin, right? Bluffin, only an email and a password to sign up. They've got that amazing competition that's running at the moment where you can grab your share of $5.6 million, right? There's still 9 days left. And then Weeks, let me just zoom in so everyone can see it. $10 to $100, up to $100 free when you sign up and you use your email or your cell phone number to link your account or to secure your account. Okay, up to $100 for free. You will get a lucky packlet, a lucky draw from $10 to $100. You might get $100, you might get $90, $50, $20. Just by signing up, you don't even have to deposit cash. If you do deposit $200 into your features account, you will get another $100 to trade with. That will get airdropped into your account, but you have to leave it there for 24 hours. You also get 50% discount on your fees, and money gets airdropped into your account the more you trade. Right, so an amazing deal here on Weeks. And for those of you that don't like Weeks because everyone has preferences, I do have Bluffin, and these are the two exchanges that I use to do all of my day trading, where you only need an email and a password to sign up. I do have 𝗖𝗿𝘆 and 𝗖𝗍𝒑𝒏 with insane bonuses that you will only find here on this channel. But some people don't like to verify. But if you don't mind to verify yourself and go through a KYC process, you get insane deals by signing up with 𝗖𝗿𝘆 and 𝗖𝗍𝒑𝒏, links down in the description. Right, legends, we are currently finding a sign of strength, and this is typically where I would have longed. So it looks like this trade actually played out now to perfection here on the live stream. Right, legends? So far, so good. So far, so good. And right, legends, and I have told everyone, if you want to play the long here to the upside, right, maybe you just want to do a small little day trade, or you want to open up a swing trade for higher levels, okay, just make sure that you pay yourself when you start hitting resistance to the upside. This is where your stop loss goes. This is where you were supposed to enter, okay, and if price moves up a little bit higher, at least if price starts claiming this high, I will definitely protect my position. It's as simple as that. That's how you defend your cash against the market, because the market is here to take your cash. It's designed to take your money. It's not designed to give you money. You have to learn to outsmart the market. You have to exercise good risk management and not be that person that enters over here without a stop loss and then price turns back down and you keep on adding to your position. Please don't be this person, because you are going to liquidate your account. This is the recipe to liquidate your account. That's the recipe. Please don't be that person that just keeps on adding and adding and adding and at some stage you don't have anything left to add, and then it liquidates your account. Okay, cool, because here we trade with good risk management. Okay, right. 30 mil shorts at 89,400. 30 mil shorts at 89,400. Okay, that's basically almost here above the highs, right? So it would be nice for price to find the strength. Okay, now it's trading back below the level, but I mean, that's where your stop loss is supposed to go. Okay, so it looks like a short squeeze maybe incoming over here, short squeeze. What I also want to pay attention or draw your attention to is this little structure, legends. Okay, this little structure here. Okay, so let's take the trading scenario there out the way. And there are many ways in which you can count the structure from an Elliott wave perspective. Many ways. Okay, but I am going to explain the simplest way to count it, and you want to go onto the larger time frames, because there's a rule or there's a guideline in Elliott wave theory that states that if the smaller time frames are confusing, zoom out. Just zoom out. Okay, so now I can take a simple, what if this is a 1, 2, 3, we still need a 4 and we still need a 5 to the downside. Okay, let me just make that smaller. Let's call this minor and leave it at that color, right? So when I look at this structure over here, it looks like it still needs a 4 and a 5. 1, I can see 1 clearly. I can see 2 clearly. This looks like almost one straight line to the downside, which is your third wave. So it does look like it could potentially still form a 4 and another 5 to the downside to come and sweep up the lows. That's what I see from a larger time frame perspective. When you zoom into the smaller time frames, there is a chance that the low could be in, okay, where you have the rule of alternation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Tick. And we're now going to start moving back to the upside. But that's why we trade with good risk management. Because if you entered the trade here with good risk management and we do go up for 4, remember, when you start hitting resistance, you have to take profits. That's what we do as day traders. Okay, you take profits when you hit resistance. There's an order block. That's resistance. That's major resistance. Okay, because you could still be forming this 3. It goes back up for 4, it rejects, and it claims the low again. And if you don't take profits, you're going to get stopped out with nothing in the bag. Okay, which brings me to, well, this is where I will potentially be looking for a shorting opportunity. Okay, so when I take a fib from the high of 2 to the low of 3, okay, if price starts finding upwards momentum, remember the rule for your fourth wave is it has to reject inside of this box. Has to. Doesn't have a choice, because yesterday we spoke about the exact same scenario. Okay, let me just make it a little bit prettier, like such. Right? If we are forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0.382 and 0.5 Fibonacci is your maximum fourth wave target. If you tap the 0.618, it means that the low could be in for now. And it's even with a rejection, it's most likely going to form a higher low and continue momentum to the upside. So that is the clue that I'm looking for. $92,756. If we tap the 0.618, we increase probabilities that we could potentially, okay, this could potentially be the low. Right. Zooming into the 15-minute time frame, there is the potential, okay? It's not pretty, but there is the potential, okay? That's why it's not easy, where this was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Done. No more fourth wave, and we are going to tap the 0.618. But we don't know, because on the larger time frame, it looks like it still needs the fifth wave. On the smaller time frame, it looks like the fifth wave could potentially be in already. Okay, and this is why, you know, it's just about paying attention when we hit these levels. So there's a potential shorting opportunity coming in over here. And profit when you hit resistance and you are inside of a long over here. This is where you look for shorts, and this is where you take profits from your long. Okay, you can always leave some of the position open for higher levels. Right, fifth wave target. Smash the like button, legends. Yes, smash up the like for the education, for the alpha over here. I've got over 300 people here on the live stream and a very bearish 71 likes. Okay, please guys, you know, the market might look bearish, but you know, maybe the like button can be a little bit more bullish over here. That much appreciated. Giving you guys the alpha and the education in terms of the scenarios and the levels that I'm currently watching over here. Ooh. What is the ballet lesson? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yes, legends. I mean, it's as simple as, okay, a normal impulse, okay, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An impulse to the downside has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5-wave structure is an impulsive structure. But then it gets a little bit more complicated. Sometimes you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, and to the downside as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And it usually has that little consolidation area. And when you see these consolidation areas before the breakout, okay, it usually ends the same way that it starts. And there's a perfect example on Bitcoin, many examples on Bitcoin. If I go back here onto the 4-hour time frame, okay, let's clean up the kitchen and I show you this. Look at this without even counting it. Look at this waves. You have the pump and then you have this. Okay, you have the consolidation, you have the initial pump, and then again you have a consolidation. Right, that's basically how they work. There was another one over here. Look at this. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. You have the consolidation and the consolidation and the pump in the middle between the two that connects them. And that is referred to as double 1-2 combos or triple 1-2 combos. Right, what is Bitcoin dominance doing over here? Bitcoin dominance, can we get some love back into the altcoins? Okay, I just want to see what scale am I using here. Regular scale. Okay, currently getting the rejection here at the moment. So love is flowing back into the alts at the moment. I see Ethereum is holding on here by the 0.618. It's holding on. It's still a bullish target. Even with Bitcoin taking the dump here to the downside, ETH and some of the altcoins are holding on and they still have bullish bouncing areas at the moment. Okay, so Bitcoin took a nasty dump here to the downside, but then when I look at ETH, okay, what if this is forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, maximum target has to be the 786. That's the maximum target, but it can be any side in this zone. Between the 50% and 786 is where you want the bounce to happen for ETH to have a chance to break out. If ETH taps the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low. And this is what I also want to touch on today, legends, like during yesterday's live stream. Okay. Why? Okay, right. Let's go here back onto the 15-minute time frame. Someone asked me yesterday during the live stream. I can't remember exactly. Yes, this is where we were. Okay. When we were trading over here last night in my live stream, we were trading over here. And we started falling to the downside. And this is where I ended the live stream. And a couple of you asked me the question, Dewald, what are the probabilities? And I said the following. As long as we do not tap the 0.618, probabilities remain higher to move to the downside. And look at that. We did not tap the 0.618. And this is where I ended my live stream to say, as long as we do not tap the 0.618, we are most likely going to continue to the downside. And the rest is history. Okay. And then we were looking at this pivot, and you know, legends, this was also something that I highlighted, is to say that I do not like the 0.88 tap. Okay, there was a 0.88 tap from this pivot to this pivot. There was a 0.88 tap. You increase the probabilities of taking the low, which we did. Okay, and as we fell down here, we tapped the 0.88 from the low. Okay, you know, for me, it always just makes sense when I talk about it, but I think most people want to see what I mean. Okay, when you take a Fibonacci from the low to the high, we got the bounce here by the 0.88. We got the bounce. Okay, but because you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low, which we did. And yesterday, I also highlighted, legends, the one thing that is concerning on Bitcoin for me is that this. I spoke about this structure. When I take a fib from the low to the high, I said, I do not like this. It looks like we need to come and claim this low. And now we did. Now you guys can see how often the 0.88 probability play out. It doesn't sometimes play out immediately, because look at when we tap the 0.88 over here on the 3rd of Feb. And only now, almost in March, okay, 25th of Feb, almost a month later, did we claim the low. But the probability remained. This is not a bullish bounce. Because I did see there was a lot of people and some Elliott wave counters as well that counted this structure as, let me just clean it up over here, as a 1, 2, 1, 2. And now we are just going to continue the bull market. And I was like, it doesn't make sense, because we tapped the 0.88 over here. This cannot be a bullish structure. If we bounced on the 786, and we started consolidating, I would have said, okay, now the bulls have a chance. The retracement went too deep. And then there was multiple 0.88 taps during this structure over here as well. And then now the rest is history. Okay, now we are here at the downside, where people are too scared to long, because there's a lot of people now believing that we are going to much lower levels. Legends, looking at this structure, okay, let's just focus on this little structure for a second. Another thing I want to point out, okay, is that there's a chance, okay, there is a chance that maybe we lose this zone, and maybe we even lose the 50% Fibonacci. What if this count that I have been talking about for months now has already played out? This little count over here, where I'm still expecting the green 1, 2 to play out over here. This little bad boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the leg that I'm watching at the moment. This is the leg that I want to get into at the moment, because 0.382 is a very common target for the 4th wave, to still get one more leg here to the upside to go and complete the bull market. But what if, okay, I have to play devil's advocate with myself at times to say that, well, what if it's not going to happen. The structure is complete. This little 1, 2, okay, I cannot count it as part of the structure. It was only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can go and count all the waves. It's done. We are now going into a bear market. Okay, so let's entertain that scenario for the moment. Let me switch off the scenario. Now I want to draw your attention to this structure. If we are not going to find support here and make one more high here to the upside, you have to acknowledge, after an impulsive structure in multiple 1, 2s, and okay, this is a 5-wave. This is basically a 5-wave structure to the upside. After you get an impulse to the upside, okay, it is quite normal to get a correction to the downside, where you want to find support between the 382 and the 786. That is all bullish targets, because when you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get an ABC correction to the downside that forms a higher low, and it continues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It builds a new wave. This builds a new wave to the upside. What if we do lose the 0.382 and we do continue here to the downside? I have to entertain the scenario. I can tell you guys now that this could potentially be a more bullish structure where this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is wave 1, 2, 1, 2. Maximum target 786. If you tap the 0.88 at $59,000, then I'm going to say, now we can start talking about a bear market. Now, only once we tap $59,000 can we start talking about a bear market. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right, legends? Because if I go onto the daily time frame over here, you have to start changing market structure in order to talk about a bear market. Imagine that this, what I'm showing you over here, okay? Imagine that this is the 5-minute time frame, and you have now created a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure here to the upside. And regardless of how you count it from an Elliott wave perspective, you have made higher highs the whole time, and you have made higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low. And guess what? Even if price tanks down here to the 786 at $64,000, guess what? Market structure is still intact. You still make a higher low, and it could definitely continue and go and make another higher high. Only once you claim this low, okay, this is the scary part, only once you claim the low at $48,000 are you changing market structure, because now for the first time you have created a lower low. Then you're most likely going back up and you're going to make a lower high. And then this is where I'm going to say, guys, right, definitely we can get a bounce because you need to go and make a lower high, but this is where I get out, because now we're going into the bear market. So can you guys see what has to happen before you can call for a damn bear market? Right? This structure that I'm looking at over here, regardless of whether we're still going to make one more wave here to the upside from where we are right now, there is still a lot of water that has to flow under this damn bridge, okay, before we can talk about a bear market. What if price does get aggressive here to the downside? This structure has played out. Tick, done. Okay, this is now a 1. This is a wave. Okay, let me put it into perspective for everyone. What if this is forming a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You're still making higher lows. You're still making higher highs. Okay, so I don't want anyone to think and talk about bear markets until the macro structure has shown us that we are going into a bear market. There's no confirmation that we are inside of a bear market. Nothing. There's no confirmation. I mean, look at how bullish price action is here at the moment, right? Look at everything that still needs to happen over here. And this, do you guys remember this range? This range that we've been in since February 2024 up until October last year. An insanely long range. And the more price action that you have that consolidates like this, you can just imagine that if price had to dip inside, the massive support this zone is going to provide. Massive support. You get that bounce back to the upside because price just cannot break through that level. So, right, when price dumps here to the downside, it is I like to talk about the scenario where everyone is calling for a bear market, and I'm just like, you know, don't smoke your socks. Please, guys, don't smoke your socks just as yet. It's not time yet, okay? And this is purely from a data perspective. It's not because I want the bull market to still last. It's not because I hope so, okay? Purely based on data. Here we go. Right? And remember to smash up that like, legends. Purely based on data, look at where we are, right? Let me put this on the logarithmic scale so everyone can see very clearly. Here are all the bear markets and bull markets since the inception of Bitcoin. Okay, yes, the orange lines are the halvings. You have a 1.5 year bull cycle before the halving, and you have a 1.5 year bull cycle after the halving. And then you have a 12 to 13 month bear market. Every single time it is played out exactly the same way. Year and a half, bear market. Year and a half, bear market. And every time, I remember, because I started tracking Bitcoin over here. I didn't start trading yet, but every time, everyone said, this time is going to be different. No, this time is going to be different. No. This time is going to be different. And it has not been different yet. Okay. It just hasn't been different. And until it invalidates the model, then we can say, okay, now this time is different. And look at where we are right now. We're not done yet. According to this model, just data, it's all I have is data, 4-year cycles. I put the halving in here, right? We still need until the end of October to complete the bull market. So maybe it dumps here. Remember that structure that I took from the low to the high. Okay, maybe it dumps over here, makes a higher low, and it just rockets here to the upside. 4, 5. Okay, and then we go into a bear market. Imagine that. I don't know how high price is going to go. I don't care how high price is going to go. But what I do know from a data perspective is I don't think it's time yet to end the bull market. Right, legends, remember to smash up that like button. And if you'd like to come and trade with me for the trades that I've highlighted here on the exchange, you get $100 just by signing up to $100 just by signing up here 2 weeks, up to 30K sign up bonus. Money gets airdropped into your account. You get 50% discount on your trading fees, and all you need is an email and a password to sign up. And also I have Bluffin. For the people that don't like weeks, I also have Bluffin over here. We only need an email and a password to sign up, and they have this amazing competition running where you can participate to win a share of $5.6 million. Right, and also with Bluffin, the more you trade, the more money gets airdropped into your account. Oh, sorry, up to $100,000. Right. Cool, legends. So this is basically what I'm looking at the moment. Want to see what is ETH doing? ETH is holding itself, okay? Also with dominance dropping here at the moment, this could potentially, okay? My invalidation for this bullish structure on ETH, okay? Let me just put it out there, right? $2,170. Maybe a little bit lower. Oops, take that out the way. I don't even need that line. $2,168. If ETH taps this level over here, I'm going to say, okay, ETH is most likely going lower. But until such time, it has a chance where it can build a bullish structure back to the upside. That is how I trade. I trade probabilities. And at the moment, the probabilities tells me that it still has a chance to go higher until 2,168 is tapped. That's just how I trade. Okay. If there's a 70% probability that as long as price holds this zone over here, that it's going to move up, and there's a lower probability that if it doesn't, it's going to move down, or if there's a 70% probability that once you tap $2,168, you are going to claim the low, I will not be in a long position over here. But as long as we can hold the low and we maximum bounce here by the 786, 618, which ETH is now currently holding at the moment, as long as ETH can find support over here, it has a chance for higher levels. Right. ETH, 𝗖 is just looking so strong. It broke the trend. It's consolidated. You know, it's got all the bullish signs at the moment. 𝗖 has broken the trend. It's consolidating outside of the trend. It has high time frame candles outside of the trend. This is typically where I build a position. Okay. And it's just holding up so strong against Bitcoin at the moment. I'm not sure if there's good news from a news perspective or from a fundamental perspective, but 𝗖 is looking exceptionally strong here at the moment. Okay, it's also starting to change local market structure. You have a low, you have now made against these highs, you have now made a higher high. So it needs to make a higher low to start changing market structure and make another higher high. Okay, then you're going to know, okay, game on, right? Especially when you claim that high. If 𝗖 can claim that high, that's going to look exceptionally good. Right, I wanted to check out 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍 as well. So let's go back here. I want to see if 𝗬𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍 is showing some strength at the moment. I need to go to the regular. Okay, it's still holding the parallel channel. It did dip below. Excuse me. But it did close a weekly candle back inside the channel. And it's perfectly normal to come and retest the scene of the crime. So ETH has a chance. ETH has a chance. Okay, it's still inside the channel. It dipped out. It tapped major support. I mean, look at the support that ETH tapped into. Resistance, support, support, resistance, support, right? And it tapped into the zone over here. And now it's back inside the parallel channel. And as long as it can hold the parallel channel, maybe ETH is going to start finding some strength over Bitcoin in the coming weeks. Right, legends, that is basically what I'm seeing here on the analysis. Okay. Ooh, did it lose now the 0.382 again? Let's go back here onto the 4-hour time frame. Where's my fibs? Well, it's still holding. It's still holding. Doesn't want to break down. It's still holding the level. Okay, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Let's see if Bitcoin can hold this level. Right, so legends, if you'd like the detailed technical analysis in terms of everything that I've shared over here, the range low that I'm looking at, the 1.618 level that I'm looking at, this zone that I'm looking for a potential long and another bounce to the upside that can definitely potentially claim the high over here. Let me not, let me not use the words definitely, guaranteed, because nothing is guaranteed in this market. The only thing that is guaranteed is you managing your risk, okay? Because that's the only thing you have control over. Right, legends, let me go through some comments. Say hi. Go Dewald, Mr. Andy in the house. Absolutely insane. The legend himself. Right, Andy, yes, most clear and precise technical analyst there is. I appreciate your time and knowledge. I have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. JP. Kind words, I appreciate it. Yes, Andy in the house. Not often that Andy joins the live streams, but when he does join, everyone gets super excited. Absolute legend. Couple of legends here. Yes, and I mean, guys, if there's someone here that doesn't know Andy, I'm sure most of you guys know Andy. He often speaks about me and I often speak about Andy, right? Here's his YouTube channel, link down in the description. Go and give him a follow. Sexy dude, handsome dude, yeah. He likes to, on his Instagram, he likes to show his six-pack with his little sweat droplets. He's an absolute legend. Go and check him out, okay? Right, what is CVD doing here at the moment? Ever so slightly bearish. I do see bearish CVD against these two pivots. The target was the low which it claimed, so this bearish CVD played out. Okay, it's yellow that's concerning me a little bit, but let's see, legends. This is the zone, right? This is the zone. If Bitcoin is going to find upwards momentum, it needs to start showing strength very soon. Okay, cool, legends. Let's go. Andy is dandy. Right. AR. Let's quickly go and have a look at AR. Right. This is the level that I'm watching here at the moment. From a simplicity perspective, okay, let's keep things simple over here. What I would like to see from AR is find strength back above this low. I want AR to get acceptance back above this low. Okay. As long as AR is trading below this low, I'm not interested. Another way you can see I've got my alarm set over here. I'm tracking this momentum to the downside. Okay, so if AR can start going sideways and it finds strength here to the upside, I will be interested in longs again. As all of you know, I got stopped out of my AR trade. I had an entry. Where was my entry? Right over there. I got stopped out last night. Okay, at break even because my position was protected. Now I wait. Okay, I want AR to find strength back above the zone. What I also like about AR is if I go into the larger time frames, I really like that it's starting to claim some levels to the left. Love it, love it, love it. Look at this. Okay, you could potentially treat this level as a swing failure level as well. This area, swing failure zone, right? I do like that AR has now dipped below these lows over here. It's potentially stopped out a lot of people. It has grabbed liquidity. That's what I like to see. All of these lows over here, it's now officially dipped below. And I love it, love it, love it, love it. Right? So it looks good. It looks good. In the medium to short term, if Bitcoin can behave and it finds some upwards momentum, this could potentially be, you know, the zones where it's going to start turning around. Okay, but I have to stress, legends, from a simplicity perspective, you're looking for strength. Okay, you're looking for strength. There's no strength just as yet. I want AR to at least break the trend. Break out. Okay, it needs to break out. And it needs to get acceptance back above this low. Then it can come back for a retest, form that higher low, and then continue momentum here to the upside. I will be looking for longs in this zone. I'm not interested. No bueno, not interested over here. Right. Cool. Thank you, Dewald. Absolute pleasure. Andy is still eating those socks. 𝗖𝗿𝗆𝗍𝗫𝗁𝗍. Sorry, legends, I have unfortunately run out of time. I need to go and do something else, but I appreciate every single one of you. Smash up that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. This is where I teach pure technical analysis. This is where we trade with high probabilities. And legends, I just want to say, okay, I'm not sure if anyone, okay, let me just undo this, are still inside of this short that we spoke about on Friday. Is anyone still in here? Let me know in the comments, because we took this short together as a community. I got stopped out because I was busy with the live stream. I protected my position too soon, but then I told you guys to get in. Who is still in this short? Is there anyone still in the short that we spoke about? Yes, daily profits, 888. Hell yes, SGS. Fuck, you guys are legends. You guys are absolutely legends. We spoke about this short, and I'm just like, wow, what an amazing fall here to the downside. I was just wondering this morning, who's still inside of this short, right? Who is still inside? Actually, from way higher than that. Oh, wow. SGS, you've nailed the short then, right? But I mean, you know, I'm just talking about this little short that we spoke about on Friday, okay? What an epic drop here to the downside. What an epic drop. Anyways, unfortunately, yes, still in. Thanks, man. Jerome, thanks, man. Actually, from way higher. Yes, SGS, you are an absolute legend. SGS is also inside of our Legends Pro community. We have a couple of very experienced traders inside of our Legends Pro community, providing daily trading setups, education, helping each other out, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. So if you guys would like to come and join our Legends Pro community, okay, the link is here down in the description. If you didn't know, okay, in case you didn't know, let me just pause that video, open up this again. Right, there we go, our Legends Pro community. That's where the action is at. That is where we trade with good risk management. Legends, have yourselves an awesome day, and until the next one, just for now.